Alright, finally back with day 4. I spoke to one who smelled of death. He gave to me his ears, and crosses that were marked were made into a veil of tears. Interesting. Malia, leaving in the morning? Grace seems somewhat displeased with us. And there's a creepy dude hanging out outside. It's not weird or anything.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Have it your way.
Ah, Gracie. Alright, so there's actually not all that much to do today. I'll take a second to look at this guy.
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
Yeah. He gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Yeah, not a lot to do today.
Times-Picayune, dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good.
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel. But if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation, lest his eye fall on you too.
Peachy.
That's advice that Gabriel is not really going to follow.
I'll be back later.
Good luck.
I love how well the voices sync up with emotions there. So we don't actually have to do this, but I'm going to stop in with Mosley. You could really do everything you have to do in this video or this day in a few minutes, frankly.
Mosley, my man.
Knight, come on in. Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The voodoo murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch.
Language, Gabriel. Sorry.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
What did I want to ask you about? I want to ask you about case status.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
The case? What case? I told you. The voodoo murders case is closed.
How can you just close it? It's not solved, is it?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory, use the Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's so hot. What we had here was a little resistance from local businessmen. Word came in this morning that the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
But that doesn't bring the killers to justice.
Well, the boys upstairs seem to figure it this way. Let the slime kill each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I guess. The attitude in the department is that we've just been done a huge favor. Well, they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us. We'll deal with them over time, always have. New Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
Well, that's the illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm disappointed about the book, too. Next big murder case I get, I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No, thanks.
Interesting system to use for dealing out justice.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Right. And actually, I think memory serves. Where's the...
Somewhere there's a New Orleans phone. It's a newspaper.
Yeah.
The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed Veve.
I think if we show this, it'll be a step in the right direction.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810?
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? That they are a threat?
Sure. If there is a voodoo cult, they're a threat.
Alright. I think that's all we can prove for right now. But,
It's not Gabriel.
let's head
The
out.
suit.
Head out.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Have a good one.
Take care of the tasks we actually need to finish today. Remember, we had our new buddy put together a bracelet for us.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you. This piece was a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the world.
The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm gonna enjoy watching him scream through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
Yeah, so I think the game really just likes to clean up the characters when they're no longer needed, so that we don't have to deal with them
Sam's
anymore.
replica of Madame Kazunu's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
Basically, so that we won't get tied up in trying to figure out, puzzles and figure out what to do next when, in reality, there's nothing more to do with those individuals or places. This is our first time coming up here. It's a cute little space. Actually, I don't remember which one of these I need to look at. Oh, this is the right one.
That's Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer?
Crash was Mosley's suspect that they had brought in. who they were releasing this morning. And we can just go right to the cathedral. A little chat with our friend here.
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
So, just like other times, we have to prove to him that we know about the cult. We had to prove to Madame Casino that we knew what Cabaret Sancoa meant. And now, we need to use what we gained from that to prove to Crash.
Do you recognize this?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake. Right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now, do you believe that I know something about these people?
You know about them, I guess.
Alright, so now Crash will talk to us. He's not in the best of health, though.
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Okay. Okay, I'll talk to you a little. I'll make it fast.
Looks like death warmed over. Not very warm either. So, just a few things we need to ask him about. We definitely have to ask him about the drummer. I think we definitely have to ask him about the Voodoo Hanfour.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
Oh, man. Shut up about that shit. Can't you see I'm sick? Are you trying to kill me?
Tell me what you know about a...
I told you.
Maybe not. We do have to ask about the drummer, though.
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Shit. I blew it again. Promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him. Everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay. But you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Okay. I was sending a message, man. These rotter drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything.
Where plays
And they
Crash?
report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
Okay, maybe now tell me about the Hanfour.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
All right. There's this is an underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel. They control everything that happens on the street. I mean everything. Bought or sold. They have their fingers in the legit world too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said, the Hanfour. That's their headquarters. I heard people say it's underground. Somewhere in the French Quarter. I don't know where.
Have you ever been there?
No. I've never been in it. I'm a nobody. A runner. But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
The eyes. The eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor. Hey, are you alright?
Someone! I need help!
The eyes of the snake. Dambala.
Oh, what snake? Crash!
Crash spasms twice more, then died as Gabriel wanted.
Oh, God. Oh, bastard.
Poor Crash. Not that that's gonna stop us from continuing to utilize him. That tattoo sounds like that's something that we need if we're gonna get close to them, so...
There's
this I guess Crash's voice actor is kind of a...
I guess I better copy this tattoo.
Okay, so a number of things, but... Oh, he does actually a lot of executive producer roles on, but some small movies. Alright, and then we just kind of leave. Hey. You're back.
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Mosley, or you shall pay with your life.
What the hell is going on?
That's not creepy or anything.
It's
And-
getting late.
Yeah,
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
yeah, sorry. Alright. We will end things here as Gabriel walks in. We'll see you in the next day.